got a touchdown.
Impossible dream of a play. Madden is on the field. He wants to know if it's real. They said yes. Get your big butt out of here.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game.
There, he's got it. End zone. Touchdown, Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle.
What is going on?
What's good? What's good? You know what it is. It's Sunday. It's daylight saving time, so it's light outside. It's time for the football frame of mind, man. What is good? Your two favorite guys talking football as we close out the weekend, right? So we got Brandon rocking the Eagles, right? And you got me rocking the Terrebonne High School special.
Right? The special?
The special, right? You know, had to bring it out of the woodwork. It still fits, man. So suck on that, people. But nonetheless, man, it's a little bare, man, because I ain't gonna lie. We was broke back in the day.
And my jacket is the exact same. Don't feel bad. That's why my jacket ain't been touched.
Couldn't get no patches on there because we was broke, baby. But you know what? I earned this thing because I got my freshman, my varsity clock. That's what it was. I got my clock. So just so y'all be like, man, you was a bench warmer. I was early, but I got the thing though.
I remember he scored a freaking touchdown on JV. I remember that.
I sure did.
I remember that. What was
like
a strip sack? What was that? Like I forget. Did someone run and fumble?
Goddamn! He was Irish, man. I forgot his name. Red. He was big as hell.
Oh, Big Red.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, he was big as hell. So he got that thing, man.
What happened though?
What?
I'm saying, what caused that? Like, was it a strip sack? Was it a fumble?
Yeah, the strip sack. He had hit the quarterback. I just like stupid score, man. Man, I was like, whatever, bro. I'm finna take this thing to the crib. And I got a flag too.
For what?
Because I'm celebrating, bro. You lucky I ain't do the worm or something.
I would have paid you that.
Nah, but now I got a flag because I didn't even do nothing. I just was like, yeah, and I did one of them and threw a flag, and then I got on the sideline, and Coach Claymore was like, nice touchdown, and I was like, I know you said act like you've been there before. I ain't been in the end zone before. Had the whole sideline bugging up. So I was like, you did? That was like the only points we scored too.
Bro, you remember, I know we off topic, but shout out to the 12 people watching, by the way. You remember when we had remember the homecoming game last year we played Westgate and they was beating the brakes off of us? And it got to the point where it was going to be a freaking shutout and Jared freaking hit a kick and everybody lost their minds because he freaking made it.
Nah, but what's funny is, I don't know who was it, man. Was it Zach? I think it was Zach was the guy doing it, and I think he was doing head coaching duties that day. And I was next to Zach, and Zach was like, "You think we should do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, we should do it." I mean, he made them shits in warm-ups. Let's just go.
I think Ryan was like hurt or something. He wasn't playing.
Something like that. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, Zach, put him out there. He was making it in warm-ups. So he's like, shit. All right. And he's like, basketball. And he put him out there. And he made that shit.
They lost their minds, bro. You could have swore we won the state championship, bro. That dude Nelson, everybody's like, oh, but we still down by like 30 points, though. Like,
hey, dog, look, he made that shit. Shout out Jared Baskell, man. Wherever you at, you made that damn field goal. That was at least 50 yards, bro. That was a nice field goal.
You made Ryan proud because Ryan would knock them things down like it was nobody's business. Freaking kicking out of the end zone every freaking time, bro.
Yeah. Ryan was cold. He was to shit, man. But let's get into it, man. So, all right, we gonna get into it, Chris. Relax. We gonna get into it. Right on,
Man, shout out
Stroud
to you, man.
Production.
Yeah,
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Of
oh,
course.
dude.
Of
And we
course,
got them
man.
daily for you.
We reading it right now, bro.
We just gotta
Right.
we gotta let y'all drop a little bit, and then we're gonna go down the line and read them all. But we're glad you really
Yeah,
like the
man.
shorts, though. That's what's gotten us up here. Them freaking shorts do really good, and I'm glad you like them.
Yeah, man. So let me run that thing real quick. All right, cool. So we got some people watching in this thing, man. So I asked you, how you doing? Did I say that?
No, you did not. You did not.
How you doing,
But I
man?
took you down a trip down memory lane, so it's okay. It
How you
worked out.
doing, man? How you doing? We gotta
I'm
start.
good, man. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but it's gonna be fun, man. We got so much stuff hit, especially as we're speaking. Free agency is about to hit pretty much in full swing right now. Some college football stuff to talk about, as well as the free agency and the recent releases, and kind of just a bunch of dominoes moving around right now. So a lot of moving pieces, but I'm really curious to see what it's gonna look like by the time the week's over with.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a busy offseason, dog. People spending money.
It's a
And
loaded
that's where-
class too. It's a good free agency class.
And that's where we start the show. We got some breaking news, people, right? Breaking news.
Channel 4.
So, breaking news, man. All right. So, look, we're going to start off with this, man. Josh Allen has extended his contract now. So, he had 4 years left on his new deal he signed like a couple years ago. So now he's got 6 more years in Buffalo. They got a new stadium coming. So they got rid of a lot of dudes, man, but extended some dudes as well. So they got a little wiggle room to do some actually additions, man. But you know what? He's done good with less. You added Von Miller, that was a dud. You added Stephon Diggs, that was a dud. But got rid of one of them. Von Miller got rid of himself technically because he didn't do nothing. But you end up in a really good spot, bro. And he's there for almost the next 10 years, to be honest with you, because 6 plus 4 is 10. So 10 years in Buffalo. What you think?
He earned my respect this year. I was teetering on the fence. I'm like, man, they got so much talent and they just can't do anything. But I've always given credit to Mahomes the last couple of years, even though I can't stand them, that with less, he was able to get more done. And we've seen this past offseason, Buffalo got rid of a bunch of guys. Tre'Davious White was gone. Jordan Poyer was gone. A big handful of names of guys that were like staples in that defense and on the team got lost. And so he stepped up. He earned my respect. He got done with a lot less. And honestly, he should have been in the Super Bowl this year. The Bills got shafted, and that was not his fault at all. He played stellar. I don't necessarily think that he deserved to win the MVP, but it was a very impressive season nonetheless, and he is more than deserving to get a big payday like this. It's good to see.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was good, man. I think when you got a quarterback that's not only got you through the trenches a little bit, right? He ain't punched through that glass ceiling yet, but considering the highest paid quarterbacks in the league, the Trevor Lawrences, the Jordan Loves, the Justin Herberts, right? These guys haven't done remotely anything that Josh Allen's done, you know. So when you talk about deserving the money, this is deserving the money. You get your team on the precipice, big word, precipice of Super Bowl immortality, man. You gotta reward that, right? You know, like Joe Burrow, the same thing. Like get him to the Super Bowl. That's deserving the money. Not necessarily just getting to the wild card. I mean, how many quarterbacks have we seen just get to the wild card, bro? Tommy Maddox did that shit.
Aaron Brooks did it.
You know what I'm saying? Aaron Brooks did it. Mark Bolger did it for my Rams. So we're not really saying nothing. But to go beyond that and, Trevor Lawrence's situation, bro, he really did nothing for real. But and then I kind of agree with Justin Herbert getting the money because statistically he's been the best quarterback, bro. Over the last 5 years, he got like
he couldn't help the instability from the head coaching staff and the defense. I mean, he's doing what he can. Now, I will be honest with you. He showed his freaking tail a little bit this past, like in the playoffs. He didn't show up. So this year with Jim Harbaugh, he's gonna have to make some noise, or else, like, obviously he ain't going nowhere. But like, you getting that money, like, you need to show out when it matters.
Well, I mean, he's got the quarterback whisperer, man, and that's Harbaugh, man. So, Mandy, stop, Fanny, Chris, stop hating, bro.
Who we talking about?
Y'all just worry about y'all team, okay? Worry about your team.
Wait. Is he talking about Josh Allen?
Yeah, he talking about.
Where does he struggle recently? What is the inclination that you think he's going to struggle? His play has gotten better and better with less and less talent. That's asinine. Come on, man. You're better than that.
Of course, they can't afford it anyway. I mean, bro, I don't think that's true, man. I don't think that's true. I think they can afford some people, man. But nonetheless, man, congrats to Josh Allen, man. Got engaged, MVP this season. Now got a big contract. Hey, we'll see how it goes, man. But definitely good for the Bills as they move forward into their new stadium. New Bills life, man. So
Bills Mafia.
Yeah, no, we ain't going there. No Bills Mafia. But shout out to Josh Allen, though, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be the biggest Bills fan if they win the Super Bowl, bro. I'm gonna be cheering. I'm like, they gotta do it. They gotta do it.
They deserve all the flowers at that point. Bills, they gonna tear up Buffalo if that happens.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, the fee for cleaning up the city is gonna be crazy.
You thought Philly was bad last time and this time. Buffalo's gonna be like times 20, bro.
But some more breaking news here. We got Devontae Adams signing with the Rams. Did a nice divorce of the Aaron Rodgers situation. It's good to see him doing his own thing. Now, this helps the Rams a lot. They have another weapon to throw to. And him being 32 is not necessarily ideal, but you at least get a couple good years out of him, right? You can, if you're trying to go all in this year, which actually turns out to be a pretty good situation because the Seahawks made some moves that we'll get into. The 49ers are kind of, we don't know. And then you got, who else is in there? The Cardinals is in there. They ain't really did nothing either. So maybe the Rams can win the NFC West, man. So we'll see. We'll see. What you think about this, man?
Well, first of all, if you're an Aaron Rodgers fan, you can go on NFL Shop and get a Jets jersey for like $10, which is horrible for one. I swear it's like $10, bro. But nonetheless, like, I think it'll be a good change of scenery for him. I mean, he can still be productive, even with their offense being as stagnant as they were. He still put a decent stats. LA's seen something in Stafford. They think they can still get some good years out of him. I think him and Stafford will be good together now that Cup is going to be gone. It'll just be him and Nakua running the offense. So I think it'll be all right. I mean, the NFC West, I feel, is really up for grabs. But depending on how the rest of free agency goes, I think the Rams are going to be my favorite to win that division next year, especially with a guy like him, big splash player.
Yeah, I agree, man. So Chris says, how many times we seen 2 years? I mean, not all the time, bro.
What's the circumstances, though? Like, you talking about guys who get a contract when they don't necessarily deserve it? Or are you talking about someone who's got a long track record of good success and then they get the contract? Because that's a very different situation. If somebody just gets paid when they didn't deserve it, it's not a huge thing to see them fall off.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about your boy Albert Hainsworth, that's not $100 million, bro. But if you're talking about somebody that has not only been available, but pretty good consistently throughout the first part of this contract. Because this isn't the first extension, Chris. This is the second one.
Yeah, he wasn't even done with his first freaking
Yeah, so I think if you're gonna say
Good
that, we would have to seen a decline through the first couple years. We're like 3 years into the Josh Allen experiment in terms of big money.
and he's gotten better.
They're pretty good. So I mean, I don't know.
It's been trending in the right direction. Like it's not like it's been teeter totter. It's been going
Yeah.
up. And with less talent.
Now I can say that if you're looking at this comment, Chris, I would say that you're right in terms of Mahomes, because when he signed that deal, he was a 4,000-yard passer. The last few years, he's been barely scraping to get 3,000, right? So when you're looking at it in that landscape, yeah, you're right.
You know something else though, like you bring that up. His production's been less. He's had less talent. Similar situation. But you notice Eric Bieniemy leaves, and I don't really see the production from Mahomes like I was seeing. So what does that tell you?
Well, that tells me, man, that somebody is getting it. You know, somebody's getting it, and the other person done had more talent, and something ain't right. You know? And I agree with you. Maybe Eric Bieniemy was more important than you really think, but at the same time, they did win like a Super Bowl or two without him. So maybe that was technically the talent and not him. But
defense carried them though last couple of years. So,
you know, I don't. But we'll see exactly, man. So let's get into it. Shout out Devontae Adams, who also got a 2-year deal with that. So it's not necessarily too crazy. If you don't ball out, it's not that bad. You know, it's not a bad investment. But if he does, it's on a steal. Kind of like how they had Odell Beckham. Nice little deal like that. Nothing.
And they brought back Atwell too, so they got a nice little 3 receiver core. So it's not bad. I think they still got Higbee too.
So we got a big trade here,
Didn't
man.
see that coming.
Breaking news here, man. All right, so DK Metcalf is on his way out of Seattle, man. Very good receiver, physical receiver, fast as well. Not the craziest about this move, and I'll tell you why. The history of the Steelers receivers is pretty robust, man. It's pretty good. They have some pretty good ass receivers, man. Even the guys that you forget, the Mike Wallaces of the world, the Plexico Burrises of the world, right?
Antoine Randall,
Hines Ward, like they've had a really good history. And we ain't even talking about the old days when they had John Stallworth and Lynn Swan. Like, come on, man. So the history of the Steelers receivers hasn't been bad at all. So if he can sprinkle some of that Steelers juice all over him, man, he'll be one of the best on the back half of his contract, right? So I don't like it because they ain't got no quarterback. We don't know who's throwing the ball, right? So you trade for an all-pro receiver, right?
Ain't got nobody throwing the ball.
But ain't got nobody throwing the ball. It's literally almost the same situation.
I don't like the fit because they're both big. Like I don't know. Like Pittsburgh I just don't see a situation where Pittsburgh's not really the most pass-heavy team. Like I don't like the fit here. I could have named at least 3 other teams like that were interested that would have been better fits for him, like his play style. But the biggest thing, like you said, is quarterback. It's looking like they want to try to retain Fields, which isn't bad. But a lot of other teams are interested in Fields too, and Wilson. So it's like if you strike out on those guys, like where do you go? You're gonna try to freaking pay Darnold a lot of money? Well, you just gave Metcalf a big extension, so it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yo, what? Where did Jelly at? I don't know. Ask your mama.
Yo, where the jelly at, bro?
Wait, bro, what?
Where's that, Cam? So I can go find it.
I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like, why are you asking me? I'm not even out there. In fact, look for it first. You literally just came in the house and asking where the jelly at, bro. Don't do that. Anyway, man. All right, so let's get it. Oh, I can't forget this. It also includes a new 5-year deal for DK. So they seem to know what they're doing. You know, they want to keep him there. George Pickens is there, so they got some pretty good receiving core. I don't know what they're gonna do in terms of quarterback, but we'll see.
Do you like them two in the same offense though? Because they're both big body guys. Obviously, Metcalf's the more muscular guy, but I just don't know how I like them two in the same offense.
I don't like it because they don't got no quarterback. Now, if we're just looking at it in a lens where it's like, okay, you got two really good receivers, right? You get a good quarterback. I like having two big body dudes, man. You know, Arizona had it back in the day with Anquan and Larry Fitzgerald.
I would have went quarterback first, man, because it's like, dude, like if you strike out and you don't get the guy you want in the draft, like, dude, like you've already tied a lot of money into him. It's like I wonder like what their cap situation is following a deal like that to be able to sign somebody.
Well, I mean, I know, but I mean, if you got a chance to keep Fields, that's good. That's a good start.
I wanted to see him go somewhere else. The Jets are really interested in Fields, per sources.
Yeah, but the Jets, man, I don't want to see him on the Jets, bro.
But
I don't want to see him on the Jets, man. Like, dude, you literally just left a really bad situation to get to the Steelers, right? Like, why go back to that? Why go back to that nightmare of a situation?
Cam, it goes back to the conversation we've had. If you got an opportunity to get a big payday.
Yeah, man. But look, dog, I would, when you're in a situation, here's my thing, man. Look, we are two guys that never touched this kind of money, never even made it to the NFL. But listen, out there, people, just because you can get the payday, think about your legacy, right? Do you just want to be a guy that got the big payday? You take care of your family, that's cool, right? But if you want to be in a position to taste that postseason, right? Like, sometimes you gotta think about the other side. You're gonna make millions no matter where you go, right? You're gonna make it either way. But you gotta really think about the playoffs, man, because you're gonna make more money if you do that. Playoff bonuses. You ball out in the playoffs, guess what? Those sponsors gonna start coming in. Yeah, we could all be Baker Mayfield with the Browns, right? And get all the commercials and whatever. But you know how you got them commercials? After that AFC playoff run, the AFC championship year. So my thing is you have to really look at it, man. And if I'm Justin Fields, you gotta look at that scenario, right? You left a really not left. You got up out of there. They got you up out of there in Chicago, right? And they still in the same shit. So why would you go to the Jets who are in worse shit than you just got out of? Just because they give you a bunch of money, that's cool. But their team is way in a worse shape than you just left.
Yeah,
you got a good defense with the Steelers. You got some weapons to throw to, man. Now they got to figure out the running back situation, but that's okay because it's a good draft this year and it's some good free agents as well. So there you go, man. I think it's a good move if they figure out the quarterback position, man.
I would just hate to see him get paid that money and they can't figure that out. Because I feel since Ben left, just have not been able to figure that out.
It's an extension, man. It's an extension, so he got 1 year left. So add the 1 year to
And then
this.
18 million.
Yeah, that'd be fun though. Like I said, I think that's fun, man. Having two big body receivers is pretty cool.
I liked him in Seattle, man. It kind of sucks to see him go though.
Yeah, I like them in Seattle too, but they're
It's
going in a
different direction.
yeah, they going, which I don't know where they going. Like, I don't know. I think they might be positioning themselves to move up in the draft to get a quarterback.
And
To
I'm
be
hearing
honest with you.
I'm hearing rumblings that they're looking to sign a certain train, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's cool, but I don't think so,
You
man.
don't think he'd be good there?
Nah, because you just traded your number one guy. Unless you're going to draft the big dude from Arizona, like, and
They got good receivers in the draft. It's not a bad class at all. They could get another good guy. It doesn't even have to be in the first round.
yeah,
I
man.
think he'd do good.
Oh.
And Seattle's got a good promising defense too. So I mean, it
Yeah,
wouldn't be a
that's
horrible
true.
situation.
That's
They got a
true.
really good secondary.
Yeah, I mean, they've had that for like the last 15 years, bro.
And I don't know. After the Legion of Boom left, they fell off for a few years, but it looked like they drafted really well.
Well, shit, they added Rick Woolen. He's like a
Tariq
4-2
Woolen,
40 guy. So they got him. It's another dude on the other side that's pretty good too.
They've done really
So,
good in the draft. They're doing really good. So
yeah, man.
we'll see what happens.
Even the signing of Adams or trading for Jamal Adams was good for the first few years. It wasn't terrible. In
Yeah,
fact, I'm glad he got out of New York, to be honest with you, because he was the best player on their team, damn near. You know, on a team that was, trying to do some stuff. But Jamal Adams was way too good to be on the Jets at that time, dog. Like, there's one of them LSU players that I'm like, bruh, if he could have went somewhere else, it would have really been good, So I don't know.
Let's see what's up. They tagged Smith. That put them in a situation where they're going to have to pay both next year. Is trading Tooney to avoid that? I don't know. It was a really good move for the Bears. The Bears are doing really good at solidifying protection for Williams. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's stupid.
The Bears, that was a really good trade for the Bears, though.
Like, why would you tag them? Like, you didn't do nothing else. Like, I mean, you signed Nick Bolton.
That's more money too. The franchise tag is a lot of money.
Yeah, that's like, then what, you gonna tag them again?
I
Like, literally, this was this is what I would have done. I would have let Smith walk, right? Because you're not gonna sign him long term. Like, he's not gonna stay. He wants a long-term deal, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so I would have franchise tagged Nick Bolton, honestly. I would have did that. You got pretty much your defensive captain, your linebacker. You got him. He's been productive throughout his whole career. Franchise tag him, work on another deal for him, and then call it a day, man, and start rebuilding that offensive line, man. But to tag Smith, just you delaying the inevitable. That's all I'm saying. Because I think he's going to get big money in free agency. But either way, they're delaying the inevitable. They're going to have to get rid of some people.
No, they're going to have to do, like, it's not a big rebuild, but they're going to have to rehold the roster, or else they could be in trouble.
Like, they're really going to be in trouble. Like, people,
especially when that division's getting better.
Yeah, people looking at the Chiefs and everything. I don't see them being a Super Bowl contender next year.
Not next year. I think they make playoffs just off of Mahomes and maybe Jones and them, but like, I don't see them making a deep run. Especially the Broncos are getting better. Depending what the Raiders do in the draft and free agency, they just extended Max Crosby, gave him a big contract, and then you still got the Chargers that are looking to improve too. So that division is going to probably be one of the best divisions of football next year, I feel like.
I can see it. So let's get into some more breaking news, man. Speaking of big deal,
didn't think that was going to happen. Where they find? I know they restructured Watson's contract, but man, where did y'all find the money, bro? Like,
It's not the fact that they found the money. It's like, why would you do it?
like
It makes
trade him
no
and get a
sense.
bunch back.
Optically, this makes no sense at all. This is a horrible deal. Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely
horrible. $40
horrible.
million a year is crazy.
Like, here's the thing. We're literally going through this in basketball, bro. Bradley Beal got a big deal from the Wizards, right? Not a basketball show, but hear me out, right? He got a big deal from the Wizards, right? I mean, we'll get
You're
into
saying
it.
liar, but bro, sometimes money talks, bro. $40 million a year, bro. How are you gonna turn that down?
We'll get into that. So here's my thing. We're going through this in basketball. Bradley Beal signed a big deal with the Washington Wizards, right? Then
proceeds to get traded.
Then they give him a no trade clause, right? Now, you get traded to the Suns, which is a complete debacle, right? But this is the same situation. You give him a big deal, and your team's still gonna be ass. Then you see the word NTC. They gave him a no trade clause.
That's a horrible way.
Horrible.
He's not a quarterback. Like, the only time you usually see a no trade clause is like on a quarterback, or if it's just Miles Garrett's that good, but dude, like giving that much a year with no trade clause, like, look, it's not going to be as bad as Deshaun Watson because at least you know you're going to get the production out of him. But from like a logistical standpoint, money, this is a horrible idea. I would have struck while the iron was hot, got a first round pick and more, and moved on and tried to just rebuild the roster because you're not contending. You're not going to make the playoffs. So, like, why not just blow it up?
We ain't talking about the Titans, Chris. We ain't talking about the Titans, man. We're not talking about them. At least not yet.
This is a big Cleveland move. Like, just embrace the rebuild. Like, get rid of him. Like, let him go somewhere. You don't have to trade him in anybody's division of the conference. Trade him to an NFC team and get good capital back and rebuild your roster the right way. But obviously, they just cannot learn the right way to do things.
Now, here's my crazy thing, right? So, in my opinion, tell me if I'm wrong. The Browns have been rebuilding
since they came back. They came back to a rebuild, and there's been a constant rebuild since what year was it? 99?
Yeah. Like, am I wrong for saying that?
No, a 26-year rebuild that just ain't.
Like, am I wrong for saying that, though?
No, because I would have said the same thing.
Like, yo, at some point, you gotta figure this shit out, right? Look, you got rid of Baker Mayfield for Deshaun Watson, right? Now, look, at the time, we were applauding that. Okay.
I wasn't applauding the contract, but signing him,
yeah, the contract just completely messed up the quarterback market. That's fair. But at the time, he was like, okay, a fresh start for the Texans, fresh start for Watson. Cool, whatever. Now, as time has passed, that contract is horrendous. We're talking, if you watch baseball, that's Anthony Rendon bad, okay? If you watch baseball, you know who Anthony Rendon is, and you know how bad that contract is. That's how bad Deshaun Watson's contract is. Now, I guess the evidence of him, hurting his ankle, whatever, I guess that turned out to be nonsense or whatever. But restructuring the deal is cool, but you can't restructure the production. You can't do that.
But, like, why restructure just to tap yourself out in cap space with this? Like, it just makes no sense.
Yeah, because if you restructure the deal, you just
you're literally in the same spot.
Yeah.
You're literally in the same spot. The only difference is you got Garrett for longer. Pro Bowl player, one of the best players of his generation. But, like, dude, just embrace the rebuild. Get somebody in here who can run the team properly, logistically, and like, because who it's just not working. You need to
Yeah,
get someone that knows what they're doing. Like you need a
this
fresh new
makes
start.
this makes no sense. Congrats to Garrett, man, because you got the bag. But
But
this for the team aspect makes no sense, man.
at all.
He's probably gonna be there. He's gonna be locked in on this deal, right? And then you're gonna try to trade this deal
And he's not
because
gonna want to go where you send him.
is not going to want to go where you send them, and the team that you trade them to is probably going to want you to eat a lot more money
Oh
of
yeah,
this
they
deal.
gotta be paying him like say like this is through 2030. Say you get 3 years down the line, like, look, we need to get out of this. Guess what? You're still gonna take a sizable cap hit. Like there's gonna be penalty, there's gonna be a cap penalty, and you're gonna be eating that freaking money for another 3-4 years. Like that's not smart.
Man. Like either way, they're in a bad spot, man. Because signing him to this deal doesn't help you with the problems that y'all had.
They're just not. They don't want to embrace the rebuild. They just want to like in mediocrity. Look. They just want to float on mediocrity. That's literally it. Because you're not going to the playoffs.
Yeah, not at all. Not even
on the bottom
feeder. And then it makes things more complicated, in my opinion, because not only did you sign him to this deal, you restructured Watson, and you got the second overall pick. What are you gonna do?
Are you gonna quarterback, or
like you have to?
Are you gonna like? Do you think they're trading out of that pick? Because realistically, I would have traded Garrett. Like I would have traded him more draft picks. And I might have traded that second overall pick to get even more picks. I would have freaking rehauled the whole roster with the draft.
Yeah, man. I would have traded him. I would have. I mean, you can't really do nothing with Watson. I might have just released him and just ate that money because you ain't gonna get no.
Trade that or whoever.
You almost do this like the Cowboys did when they rebuilt their team. You know, you trade Herschel Walker. He's a Herschel Walker type player, bro. He can fit any team right now. And they would pay the loot for him, right? And then they would extend him because they know they got a chance to do it, you know. But somebody would have offered a crazy haul for him.
Oh yeah, they were talking about the Eagles were interested.
Yeah, you get a crazy haul for him, right? Maybe 2 firsts, you know, a second or whatever, right? Then you move back from number 2.
Oh my gosh, and 2 first round picks.
That'll give you 2 first round picks, right? So now you got at least 5-6 first round picks, depending on like if you get them back to back or whatever. And then you got other moves that you can make too. Is Amari Cooper not on the team anymore, is he?
No, gone. Pretty sure he's gone.
Okay, so cool. But my point is, you got things that you could move, you could trade, whatever. But this is just crazy, bro. This makes no sense.
It's like how I said on one of my shorts, it's the Titans thing to do. This is a real Browns thing to do.
Bro, they've literally just signed themselves to finish last.
They just need to call Ozzie Newsome and come ask him to fix the Browns at this point. Like, just call him.
Nah, bro. Ozzie Smith, like, not Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Newsome, like, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. I'm retired. I got my 2 Super Bowl rings. I'm good.
It sucks too because man, the Browns like historically aren't a terrible franchise up until like the last 20 something years. Like, why can't you just get it right? Like,
bro, this is not a basketball channel.
That's smooth. What's up, dude? What's up, dude?
What's up, man? What does this have to do?
Why are you talking about LeBron, bro?
Like, what does this have to do with LeBron, man? This ain't got nothing, man. And hopefully LeBron's all right, man. Got a growing injury. I haven't really heard no updates, man. But year 22, man, sometimes the wheels just start to fall off, man.
Look at Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
Peyton Manning had that historic season, 5,000 yards, all them touchdowns, and like just like how Skip Bayless says, fell off a cliff. Like, never know.
Oh man, sometimes, man, you just gotta retire, dog.
I don't want to go no more.
Yeah, man. Look, sometimes you got to, dog. Like, dude, like I said, I'm personally not a basketball channel, but if I'm a Lakers fan, so that's just that's my squad. But man, year 22, you can't go like this forever, man. Like, dude, really going hard out there. Like, he going hard like he in his 10th year in the league, man. Fighting for a title. That first title, bro. Like, bro, you ain't supposed to be going this hard, bro. So that's my whole thing, man. Well, we
Shout out
might
to
be
the
done with the breaking news. All
well,
right.
shout out to the 90 people watching, by the way, and this goes into this right
Yes,
here.
exactly. Shout out to them 90 people watching, man. But for the people that are gonna watch this later, man, come on over. The
Right,
water
man.
is fine, man. They are
The water's
fine.
fine over here. Like,
Come
relax,
on,
have you a
man.
drink.
92 people aren't subscribed to the channel, but y'all watching.
And
What's up with
daily,
that?
we got daily stuff. It ain't like it's sporadic. You got stuff just like what's his name? What was his name? Just like Stroud City Productions. There's literally stuff for you to watch every single day. What's it gonna hurt for you to hit that subscription button? Like, you'll get daily content to satisfy all of your NFL and college football needs. Come on. Let us fill that role for you.
But also, shout out to the people that did subscribe, man. Last time, this was around 4% subscribe, and so we happy that more people are subscribing. So thank you. But for the people that aren't, man, y'all better come on, man. Y'all missing out. But let's see. Not necessarily, dog. Like, look, man, when you got your quarterback on a good deal, it makes things easier, right? You locked him up, and he's not a quarterback that's got injury concerns. Offensive line is pretty good, but he gonna get up out of there before he gets sacked anyway. So that's cool. You also know he's got a crazy arm. So if you give him the opportunity if you get players that fit around him, not just that fit the system, but fit what he does, you're gonna be okay, right? You can plug and play when you got a player like that. We've seen it with Tom Brady, bro. Tom Brady had the worst receivers, the worst. Some of the worst. Okay, if you're talking about draft picks, yeah, some of the worst receivers. And he made them look like all pro guys. Okay, so if you got a guy that can really play up to a high level, you can plug and play, man. Look, get you some fast receivers, some route runners, whatever it is that he needs, that he likes to throw to, running back out the backfield, things like that. Get him some help, and you can just mix and match, man. And then you ain't got to worry about the offense. All you got to do is put your money into the defense. And then you got a good ass team. The Patriots did it for years. Come on now. Like, it's not science, man. Now, yes, Tom Brady took significantly less than Josh Allen did. But that's okay. That's okay, man. It's not that big a deal, man. Man, look, my whole thing is, look, I would still do my basketball show, man. I would do. Oh shit! Thank you, Chris, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man. But let me get to your other comment real quick too. All right, so it's funny you brought this up, right? Like I said, not a basketball show, man, but obviously LeBron James had confronted Stephen A. Smith, man, because of some comments that he said about his son. I think this is universal in sports. I don't think it's a basketball thing per se, but that particular situation, man, you gotta read the room if you're LeBron. You can't do that, in my opinion, because you created this situation by putting your son on the team or quote unquote pushing for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a Lakers fan, as a person that watches basketball, right? He don't look ready. Mm-hmm. You've watched NBA basketball. I've watched NBA basketball. You can tell the players that belong on the court, right? You can tell. He don't really belong. And that's where I'm gonna leave at. He don't belong on an NBA team right now. Not saying he won't be.
That was just a stupid decision. Like that was just ridiculous.
Like, not saying he won't be good.
No, but right now,
at this present time, he looks like a player that should be in college still. He should be trying to figure out his game. But I'm gonna leave it right there. Y'all keep on subscribing to the channel, man. We appreciate that. But let's get into the meats of our show, man. We had a lot of breaking news, man. So let's get into some college action, man. Off-season storylines, man. You can't see the S because we got our logo up there. All right. You know what time it is? What is this? This right here is a tiger, man. So you know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's time for Brandon to talk about his LSU Tigers, man. They did some good stuff this offseason, man. So I want you to talk about your squad. I talked about Bama last week. I want you to talk about your squad. Look how majestic that shit is, man. Majestic, man.
It's cool in person. It's really cool to see it in person.
That's a damn tiger, bro. So let's talk about your team, man. Let's set it up, right? You got Brian Kelly, man, the active leader in wins in college football right now. Harold Perkins is coming back. I hope he still got that juice. I don't like dude because he good. But then you got Nussmeier, man. He's coming into year 3, right? So looking to do whatever. But number 40 on the team.
Weeks.
That's the one.
That's a bad white boy. Him and his brother were good. And his younger brother, his youngest brother done committed too. So
see what I'm saying? So I like him. But the key to the success, I didn't put it on here, but their transfer portal ranking is like number 1.
Yeah, they got the number 1 class.
Yeah, but they got a top 10 recruiting class. I've said all of this to say, how do you feel about your team?
Well, I mean, with the talent you got coming back, you're really not. Oh, he's got that comment. Mason Taylor is going to be a stud wherever he goes. He's just that athletic. He's just that good. Great hands, good route runner, and he's physical too. So you can't go wrong. But in regards to them, man, did really good, especially with the 2025 class. You get DJ Pickett, number 1 corner in the class. Get a bunch of other 4-star guys to really round out your roster. But the most impressive thing to me is the transfer portal. You have the number 1 portal class. You get Jack Pyburn from Florida, which I thought that was a really good fit. He's a really high-energy player. You get, what is his name from Florida State? It is Patrick Payton, another big name. Got a defensive back from Virginia Tech, one of the best DBs in the class as well. You get a guy from Kentucky as the receiver. He's done a really good job at filling in the areas of need and then bringing depth to the roster. This is a make-or-break year for them, in my opinion. I think this is probably almost the best team they're going to have had because they got a good experienced receiving core as well. You lost a couple of guys. Obviously, you lose Neighbors. You lose Thomas after last year. And you still had a couple of good guys this year. But I think for the most part, what gets me is you can't lose the first game of the year again. You can't. Because that instantly puts you in a really bad spot trying to make a playoff berth. Now, obviously, you can make the playoffs with 2 or 3 losses depending on how the dominoes fall. But the whole point of that is to say you want to avoid that as best as possible. You want to be able to get into your SEC schedule with no losses, with momentum, having a healthy roster, playing your best football. Because as we've seen last year, LSU started off hot. They got into the SEC play. They were playing really good, and then they hit a brick wall because still trying to figure out things on defense. They couldn't contain mobile quarterbacks. We've seen Milroe. We've seen Reed from A&M and a couple other guys just run all over them. But I feel like with the portal class, they really brought in guys who could really help eliminate that. You're bringing Perkins back. I'm pretty sure they're putting Perkins back on the edge, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to have to double-check that. You still have Weeks blitzing the passer. You got Peyton in there. You got Pyburn. Nussmeier comes back into year 2 or year 3 it is. Looked good last year. I think he started to correct a lot of those issues going down the line. Obviously, holding on to the ball too long, not taking off out of the pocket. His turnover started to get better. I think this offseason has to be his time to settle in. handle the pressure and know that, look, I can't force those balls in double, triple coverage. I have to know when to throw it away. I have to know when to get out of the pocket and to make plays. He's a top 3 ranked quarterback going into this season. Just statistic-wise, I think he was like 5th in the nation in passing yards. Not bad by any. He only had like, 12 interceptions? Now, a lot of those picks were in bad situations that kind of screwed them. But at the same time, it's a good, talented roster. The thing I'm looking forward the most is how is he going to play going into this year? But also, what is the coaching difference going to be? You lose Bo Davis. He goes to the NFL. You bring in Kyle Williams, a former defensive line player on LSU's team. Good coach. He's going to coach the defensive line. You get another year with a defensive coordinator. You still got a bunch of the other good guys there. Coaching is going to be the biggest difference maker for me because there were situations where I felt like the team was in a good situation to win. And because of coaching mistakes or having players in the wrong positions, it cost them wins, especially early on. Like, they shouldn't have lost that USC game at all. That was on coaching, in my opinion. And a lot of the other games going down the stretch, like, how is Brian Kelly going to handle the heat? I don't think his seat is burning, but it's hot. It's warm. Like, this year's a make or break year. It's playoffs or bust for me. And I feel like if there's a year to make the playoffs, this has to be your year. You did good in recruiting, transfer portal. You have good veteran presences coming back. If you don't do it this year, I don't know when it's going to happen. Now, don't get me wrong. Their classes 26 and 27 are looking really good. And the quarterbacks they're bringing in keep getting better and better. But, like, you have to put your stake in the sand and say, look, we're going to make playoffs. Even if we don't make a deep run, you have to make the playoffs. This playoffs are bust for me.
Nah, man. I
think he's going to be really good, man. He's a really good leader. You've seen it when he was in the NFL. He's got the IQ. He was dominant in college, good in the NFL. I think he'll be fine, man. And LSU's got the talent, so.
Yeah, man, it's not the first. I mean, look, there's a bunch of former players getting jobs coaching and haven't done it before, man. But the experience is there, man. As long as you can teach these kids the basics of what you know, right? Not to be you, but to do the things that you did to get to where you got, right? Bars. It'll work out. It'll be all right. All right, but nonetheless, I think LSU is in a good spot, man. They way better than we are. Let's just say that, man. All of our problems is centered around quarterback. Yep. Who's throwing the ball, man? Now, I meant to say this last week. We're gonna have a pass first quarterback next year. So y'all got a pass first quarterback. So it's all good, you know. So y'all gonna be all right. But let's see.
I like Eddie George.
Eddie George is cool. Yeah. Wait, he got Bowling Green?
Yeah.
What?
That's a good gig.
Yeah, that's a good gig.
And the MAC.
Yeah, that's a real good gig. That's fire, bro. I didn't know he got Bowling Green. Damn. Okay, but that's good though. That's a good start. That's the job you're supposed to start at, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the job I was gonna say Billy Napier should have did, right? That's the one he should have been at.
Because UL's a better gig than that, though.
Something like that, though. Something like that.
I would have said like a Michigan State or something, maybe like something like that echelon.
Don't go to
not there, but like a gig like that. No, don't go there. But
don't go there. That's not that good of a job anymore. Nah, man. Especially how they did Mel Tucker, bro. Call that man a pervert, man. Just because you didn't want to pay him. That's horrible. That's horrible, man. Horrible.
Like Les Miles and Hugh Freeze.
Those guys.
Well, more or less Miles, but
level of pervert a little higher than Mel Tucker, man. You don't want to do that. All right, so I think he got questions for you, man.
I'd probably say Caden Durham, to be honest. It's not often you see a true freshman come out and just kill it. Like, he dealt with a foot or ankle injury like almost all of last year, and you couldn't tell at all. Like, he heavily wrapped it. He played stellar. He's going to be really good. You get Caleb Jackson coming back, but then you have the number one running back from this class coming in, Harlem Berry, that he's going to get touches and reps. Like, they're doing really good at running back. So I like Caden Durham, but there's plenty of other guys. Whit Weeks. I like Harold Perkins, but I need to see something from him this year.
Yeah, this is a make it year for him, dog. This
Has to. He came back. There's no more eligibility after that. So
yeah, like I mean, you tear your knee up, man. So you gotta really do it, man.
you gotta
But
stand up.
I fear it might be. Remember Dylan Moses back in the day? Like he was committed to LSU and then signed with Alabama. He ended up tearing his ACL with us, and he came back and you know, he didn't even get drafted, you know, like he was an undrafted free agent and then retired after that. So I hope it's not that situation, and I hope he just plays real good. But that's my fear for him, man.
What do you got?
He came back because he
got
wasn't
hurt.
going to get drafted.
Look at it like this, okay? Came in, transferred from A&M, first year playing true freshman, killed it. Absolutely terrorized offenses. Came in the year two, had an okay year, nothing flashy, okay? Now you're 2 years in, comes into his junior year, he's eligible for the draft after the year and tears his knee up. He could have went in the draft, but he would have went way lower. So you have just as much potential to jump back into them first 3 rounds by playing this year, because he didn't have enough good recent tape to just take a chance in the draft. I feel like that would have been a terrible decision. Like, obviously he could get injured again this year, but I think his potential's still sky high. So I wasn't opposed to him coming back. It's just, had he been eligible, like, had he declared for the draft this year, I just don't think he would have gotten a fair shake of like where he should have been.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So it's funny you mentioned hot seat talking about Brian Kelly, because this spring ball is in full swing. So let's talk about these hot seats, man. Let's talk about it.
The leather is boiling.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about the hot seats of the coaches and the SEC, man. So once this goes out the way, man, we're gonna talk about.
Okay, I blew it out.
six coaches, right? And these are the hottest of the seats, in my opinion. The hottest of the seats, in my opinion. So I want you to tell me whose seat is the hottest, or whose seat not hot at all.
So for me, Mark Stoops off top. Like, I feel like at some point they're gonna have to draw the line with him. Are you
crazy? Are you crazy? Did you really say Steve Sarkisian?
I need whatever you got. Because
are you serious? The man just made it to the SEC title game and the playoffs.
He's capping, bro. They be cutting up. He capping.
Gotta be.
Like, going into last season, Napier was really on the hot seat. Turned it around. They're looking like they could be a really good team going into this year with Lagway. Now he's the full-out starter. If anybody's like hot for me, I know they just gave him an extension, but Venables for me, man, like, man, you got to show me something this year. I'm not saying he's getting fired, but, dude, you have to make an adjustment. Like, there has to be something. Like, you're doing really good at recruiting. You need to put something on the field that shows winning. Me and you like this guy, Sam Pittman. And he's got to get back to some – see, there we go. See, like, Pittman, I feel like him and Stoops are kind of in the same boat. I really like Sam Pittman. I'm glad they at least rallied behind him last year, and he didn't lose his job. But, like, if they don't get off to a hot start this year, he might be getting questioned about losing that gig, and I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, man.
I don't feel like Hugh Freeze is there yet. I feel like he's close to being there, but with how good they've been doing in recruiting, like, I feel like they kind of have to see it through. Like, I don't feel like they're ready to let him go. Like, he's been doing really good. Kelly seat's warm, but if they don't make playoffs again this year, that seat's burning. Straight burning. But if I had to name 2 guys from I'd say Venables and freaking Pittman, man, because I need to see something from Oklahoma, and Arkansas needs to make that next step, because or else it might not be a very pleasant conversation.
All right, no, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so for me, obviously, I think Sam Pittman's the hottest. I don't, I don't like saying that because I really like Sam Pittman as a coach, man. Um, but he has the hottest seat of all, man. Um, as far as next, I think it's Venables. I think you knew Oklahoma wasn't going to be offensively gifted like they were with Lincoln Riley,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't think they were going to be this bad.
And then they lost the quarterback that they had all that potential supposedly, and so it's like,
Yeah, exactly. So like they got to do something, man, because the SEC is not going to get any easier, and you need to see what you got, man. So I think they made a really cool ass transfer portal as far as quarterback is concerned. So we'll see how that helps. It
he's
should.
good.
It
He's a
should.
good
So,
quarterback.
but yeah, it's a lot going into this season. For me, Napier is probably next on the list. Um, yeah, yeah, Martin. I know you like you. I know you like your Sooners, man. But bro, y'all got some trouble, dog. Y'all got some trouble. What's good with you, man? I hope you doing good. Hope you doing good out there, man. But I'm good though. How you doing? Let's see. But next on the list, after that is Napier. Because I mean, was it a flash in the pan last year? That's the thing.
I don't think
Flash
so.
in the pan. I don't know. We knew that his job was on the line last year.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they had a good season last year, I think is better for him. The seat's a lot
I
less
think
hot.
I got them in the 8 to 9 win range this year. To be honest with you, I think they
Yeah.
can take that step.
Yeah, and I think they would have won more games if they just would have started Lagway.
Oof, that last comment came.
Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, there's another team in Michigan right up the road, bro. I mean, you might as well.
Man, as a matter of fact, forget all that, man. Come to the SEC, man. If you're tired of what Suge Knight say at that Source Awards, if you're tired of your producer and everything dancing in the videos, man, come to Death Row. Come to the SEC, man. Find you a team you like, man.
Just not Vanderbilt.
Just not Vanderbilt, bro. No, we ain't gonna start there. We're gonna start there. I can't wait till we play Vanderbilt, bro.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Sooners got a chance to do some good stuff, man. They got a chance to do some good stuff. The transfer quarterback they picked up, I want to say Mateer or Mateen or something like
Yeah,
that.
Mateer from Washington State.
Yeah, he can spin the ball. So I say just let him do him. You know he can throw. Let's call some plays for him. That's the best way that they can win, man. They gotta score some points, man. Because winning these 17 games is cool, man. But when
You
you
ain't doing
start,
that scoring 14 points a game. Like,
yeah,
you got to score in the 30s.
when you playing Bama, LSU, Georgia, Texas, all these teams you gotta play, they score points, man. And you seen in the Red River game, bro, 14 points ain't gonna beat Texas. Even if
It ain't going to be barely anybody in the conference because everybody's not bad.
yeah, man.
You're not even
Now I
talking about
will
them.
say,
Tennessee's good. South Carolina's good. Like, a
yeah,
lot.
bro, these
Arkansas's not
teams
the
are
worst.
scoring
Like,
points, man. And that's what kind of messed me up when Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma. I was like, yo, if he would have just stayed, he would have been in the SEC with that offense, bro. That would have gave me a lot more headaches
oh,
than
no, I would have been
yeah,
scared, bro, because
yeah, bro. Look, they
that was
couldn't play
crazy.
no defense, but damn it, you ain't gotta play no
Well,
defense.
imagine if the teams he had, imagine if the teams he had when he had Baker and Kyler in them were in the SEC at the time. That would have gave people freaking headaches. He was scared of the SEC though.
Yeah, he definitely was scared, bro.
Because he was in line to because LSU wanted him and a couple other teams wanted him, and he freaking hauled freaking tail out of there, bro. He went straight to the
Yeah,
West
I
Coast.
think Martin. I think he wanted that superstar look, man. Like he wanted to feel that LA superstardom, man.
He wanted
Like
to feel
that's
that
what
sun.
I feel. You want to get that money. You know what I'm saying? You got that money and you got the superstar status, not having to play the SEC and stuff like that. Like, I think that's where he wanted to go, man. But I think, he had the craziest things, man. And yeah, your defense was bad.
Just
Yes,
like how
that's
USC
true.
is.
But bro, the
The
fact
offense
that
is what
you
kept
could
it in
put
the game.
up the fact that you could put up 50 points a game, bro, that shit matters, in my opinion.
In the SEC, it matters because if
In
your
the
defense
SEC,
ain't
it
there,
matters, dog. Because if you putting up 50 points, man, the
keep it in
best
the game.
teams in the SEC historically only score like maybe 40. LSU in 19 scored like close to 50, but that's the outlier. But before that, it was like what, 45, 43? Because them Florida teams with Warfel and Spurrier, they scored a lot of points. But the good teams don't do that. So if you come in there gunning, kind of like how Mizzou did when they won them SEC East titles, they were scoring like 40, 50 points a game, right? That shit changed everything, and now everybody do that. So it's not that easy no more. But my thing is that, man. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Y'all put a bunch on Georgia, right? Now, defensively, that's where it went wrong. But the fact that y'all could score that much,
On
that's
them.
the crazy part about it, in my
Mhm.
opinion. So that's why I was like, dude, why he not staying? But he didn't want to go to SEC, man. And that's crazy because, I mean, he was going to make more money, especially on the back end, So,
Competition's easier. Sun's out,
yeah.
big brand. Like, I
And
guess he
then
figured he could make it happen.
And then the fact that he technically coached almost 3 Heisman winners, right? You got Kyler,
Baker,
you
Tyler,
got Baker, and Jalen Hurts finished the top 2 his
Caleb
year.
Williams too.
And then Caleb Williams is the next one, right? But I was just talking about Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
So you got almost 3. So the fact that you didn't want to do that, like, I don't know, that never really sat right with me, Martin, man. But I'm a fan of Alabama. That's my squad, man. I made my choice in high school because everybody was liking LSU, and it's like 2011. I stuck my foot in the ground, okay, and I said I'm not going with LSU.
He's thinking about taking his talents to Rocky Top because he loves Tennessee a lot.
Man, hell nah, you a fool, man. I was mad as hell. Alabama lost in basketball to them, man. We lost in basketball and football this year. Disrespectful, bro. Disrespectful. Never would I thought that we would do that shit, man. Ridiculous. Kyler, he can be a good quarterback.
He needs to be in the right situation with an established veteran head coach.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I
Like,
like
'cause
his game.
he had Cliff Kingsbury, and Cliff Kingsbury be spinning that thing. His offenses be wild, and they ain't do shit.
Yeah, but he was still maturing too, so
Yeah, man.
I
And he
think
got
he's
hurt too. Like, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. They should have just stuck with Josh Rosen.
Oh no. That was a bad dude. I knew that was gonna be a freaking dud when they freaking took him. Like, he is not who they think he is.
Yeah, see, he thought that shit was sweet over there. And then they just start adding teams too. I agree.
Yeah, we already know
Man,
that. Yeah,
I
we
mean,
know that.
he'll be good, man. He'll be good.
And he's done such a good job of recruiting. Even without that, I think Auburn really wants to give him
You remember Chuck Pagano from
a shot.
he had cancer too while he was coaching.
Mhm.
So I think you could do it, and I think he'll be all right, man. It just depends on what kind of cancer he has, man. So then he's like, "What is Bama?" I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think defensively,
He's a bowl.
not again. Hell no, not again. We got to update. We go to the Cheez Bowl again, bro. We got to update this list because the board gonna be on this.
Bowl or something.
The board gonna be on this shit. If we go to Jesus Bowl again, oh my god! But I think personally we're gonna have a good season, man. I think last season we was kind of henpecked at quarterback because nobody we couldn't fit the offense around Milrow, right? And it just didn't work. for a guy that's not past first, right? You know, DeBoer coming from Washington is gonna have his team good. They scored like 50 points a game, bro. They was killing people in Washington. Michael Penix turned himself into a top 10 draft pick just basically going to that school, man. So in my opinion, if we could get that kind of production at quarterback without the extra if in the running game, I think that will be okay because that's what we needed. Ryan Williams was balling last season, but he could have had way more yards if the ball was thrown to him in the right spot. You know, that's all I'm saying, man. I think personally, aside from Bama, I think Milroe, if you're talking about potential, he's got the most potential of anybody in the draft class talking about quarterbacks. Because if you can harness his passing ability, right? You know you got to run. You know you got to run. That's like 4.2, 4.3, 4.4 speed at quarterback, right? So that's a weapon in and of itself. But if you can make him into a 75% passer, right? Better. You'll be good. In fact, 25% better than where he was last year is a good start going into what you want to do with him.
I just feel like he's gonna get lost. I just feel like he's gonna get lost in the shuffle. I don't want that to happen. I just have that feeling that, like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, but as far as Bama next year, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. Defensively, we're gonna be cool because we was cool last season on defense, especially at the end. But quarterback has to be the biggest concern. That's the key point of the offseason. Let's see.
I think he's talking about Kyler. I don't think Kyler's in the same boat as T-Law.
No, Trevor Lawrence is good.
Generational.
Man.
He was a generational.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is good, dog. He just been beat the hell up. He just needs some help.
He's been getting that. He's been getting that David Carr treatment the last couple of years. So, kind of hoping that they can protect him. And if they protect him,
bro, David Carr was sacked like 80 times, bro.
If they protect Trevor Lawrence, it's gonna be nasty with him and Thomas because they cut Christian Kirk, so he's gonna be freaking feeding that ball to Thomas. And they let go of Evan Ingram.
That was a deal that aged like milk. That was a deal that aged like milk, bro. That was horrible. But I think Bama should be okay. They should be okay. And then so it's a 3-horse quarterback race with Ty Simpson, 5-star, I'd say red shirt sophomore.
I think
Austin Mack, he's I think a sophomore as well. And then we got the 5-star freshman from Duncanville High School, Keelan Russell. So that's a 3-star. That's a 3-horse race, man. I think.
I like Ty Simpson.
Yeah, I was going Ty Simpson too. I think as we get done with spring, I think it should be down to 2 quarterbacks instead of 3, because
I would redshirt Russell. I wouldn't burn a year if I don't have to. Just let Simpson and Matt battle it up.
But bro, he's good though.
That's but it's like, how many times can you really hit on the freshman like right away? If not, it's impossible. But Ty Simpson's waited his turn. I think he's really good, man. And he can run DeVore's offense.
I think he can too. I mean, if you ask the offensive coordinator, right, he was answering questions, right? So you could really take it either way when they coach speaking and whatever. But he did bring up the fact that the best quarterback that took the stride from the beginning of spring to right now, he said it was Ty Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take that, what it is, hey, all right, I'm just saying we need better quarterback play. So if we can get 10% better quarterback play, I'd say we win a lot more games. You know? Mm-hmm. Like, that's all I'm saying, man. Better quarterback play probably beats Vanderbilt. Better quarterback play definitely beats Tennessee. Better quarterback play definitely beats Oklahoma. That's all I'm saying. Those losses we took definitely better quarterback play, man. Take a bit for Jared Goff. I wouldn't say all of that.
He played good in LA. He just didn't play to what they wanted. But as soon as they threw him to Detroit, like you could tell he's playing with a chip on his shoulder, and that was over with.
Yeah,
he ain't
bro.
looked back.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it took that long, man. Of course, we want some more.
More.
All right, so let's get into it, man. Yeah, man. So we in recruiting, man. So we gotta talk about it should say not interior defensive line, but your defensive lineman that can play inside and out. So this is the regular one, right? So who you liking so far in this? This is your top 5, right?
I like Adams out of Clemson. 6'3", 315. That's big, bro. That's a big freaking body. I've got to imagine his wingspan's really long too. Like, especially depending on like what his 40 time is. Like that size really intrigues me. But also I like the guy from USC Stewart, 6'5", 270. That's real interesting to me as well.
Man, look, Georgia got another one.
Yep.
Bro, he looking like a Jalen Carter clone, man. He's 6'4", 300, bro. By the time spring over, because he's enrolled already, he should be like 320.
The big boy.
He's a big dude, man. Georgia got another one, man. That's crazy, dog. They just see, man. Look, if Kirby Smart would have just waited like 10 years, bro, he could have had the Alabama job, and we would have been cool. We would have never dropped off at all, man. But he just had to go to Georgia, man, and then just build Alabama of the SEC East. You know, like, come on, man. God damn it. That's why Nick Saban was crying when Kirby left, because he's like, God damn, I taught my protege everything. He gonna kick my ass. And he did. He did, man. He did, bro. He did. I don't think he beat Saban. Well, in the championship game, he did. He beat him in the national championship in Indianapolis that year. But before that, Saban was kicking Kirby ass, bro. It's like he would be choking Nick Saban out, and then he just wiggle away. Like, nah, bro, you ain't learned everything.
I mean, if I'm gonna beat him, I'd rather beat him on the biggest stage like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. That's true. Yeah, he is. Kirby Smart's a Hall of Famer already in college football, dog. Like he might be a Hall of Famer as a player if you technically want to look at it like that, because he's like the all-time leader in the interceptions or something like at Georgia. So that's one. And then
I was gonna say he's up there for sure.
Yeah. I thought you said you doubt that. I was like, what?
Oh, no. I didn't say that.
I was like, damn. I was like, dude, just almost passed him. Like Malachi Starks almost passed him last year. I was like,
I thought you said you doubt that.
I was like, damn, bro, really? Kirby was good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played at Georgia. That's why he took the job. That's his alma mater. That's because think about it. Okay, so we kind of going off a little tangent here, man. But Kirby was one of the top assistants at Alabama for at least.
He was with Saban at LSU too.
Yeah. So like, but he became like a superstar head coach prospect during his Alabama days. But he's always been a good coach, and he's been with Saban everywhere. The Dolphins, LSU, Alabama, everywhere. Kirby has been there step by step. So you gotta think that's the only job you would really go to, because he had opportunities to go anywhere. He could have went to LSU or replaced Les Miles at any time. You know, he could have went. Ohio State was looking for a coach after a while, right? He could have went there anywhere he wanted to, but he chose to wait it out, and he got his dream job, man.
After my boy Mark Richt left, I loved some Mark Richt.
Yeah, me too, because they couldn't beat us.
He was good though, bro. Mark Richt was really good.
Yeah, I did. I like Mark Richt too, man. He won a whole
one of my
bunch
favorite
of
college coaches.
Yeah, man, you gotta do your knowledge, man. Do the knowledge, man.
You
Look,
in the right place.
you're in the right place,
You in the right
dog.
place. You want to learn? Sit back and learn. We're gonna learn you something.
Yeah, man. But yeah. So I like Elijah Griffin too, man. I think he's gonna be one of those plug and play guys. He should probably be playing a lot of minutes, especially early. But that's your defensive line class. I think we have linebackers next, man. So we gotta do our high school player spotlight, dog. So you know, in fashion, I gotta go with the over here. You gotta go with the Terrebonne,
They
man.
done
Come
changed
on,
their
dog.
colors and everything now, bro. They don't wear the
Huh?
gold helmets and stuff no more.
Yeah, they got whole different colors now, man,
It's like
bro.
red. It's like red and yellow. Now they got like a red helmet.
Yeah, bro. I was like, damn, we could have used that shit, man,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's looking like
But
Florida State.
nonetheless, man, a high school player, man. I want to say you gotta say the name, last name. I don't want to say
Celestine
it wrong.
it looks like Celestine.
Celestine. All right, cool. So Alvin Celestine, man, is an athlete from our alma mater, Terrebonne High School. We gotta give him some love, man. All right, so this guy got some good film, dog. Some good film, man. Oh, lately we've been racking up these dudes that's been getting some good clock at these D1 schools. I think Jakai was pretty good at Florida State. Then you got Mason Smith, went to LSU, top dude, man. Drafted
Our
by the
defensive lineman in
Jaguars.
the class.
Yeah, drafted by the Jaguars. So, so this guy could be up next, man. So 3-star can online on three. I mean, 5'8", 155. Right. Obviously, got to add some
I already
size.
see the height, and I already think on. You remember Trendon Holiday that played for LSU, track star, like world class speed, played for the
Yeah,
Texans. That's what I think of when I see this, like his size. Not the tallest, but good weight, and he's probably quick as hell.
yeah, and the athlete is right, man. Watching his film, he lined up at receiver, slot receiver, outside guy, running back, wildcat. Like, bro, he can do it all. So
Like
depending on what you want him to do in college, he'll be cool. Now, you got 11 offers, man. The highest is Arkansas.
that's a good offer.
The lowest would be Tuskegee.
That's
If you went to Tuskegee, I'm not mad. The
yeah, but
Tuskegee Airmen, look, we know, right? If you know, you know. But I don't know where you're gonna go, man. Arkansas wouldn't be that bad, not that far away from home. Big program, so he's actually got an offer. Like when you see it on there, it's got a check mark. Now, I did see LSU is recruiting him, but he don't have no offer.
they're probably trying to wait it out.
And that's fine. That's fine. But if I was him, I'd be like, man, LSU, man. let me go and play.
They got another guy. They got another guy from Terrebonne last year. He plays for them.
Yeah,
Another 3-star guy.
I don't know, man. I'm just like,
cool.
dude.
You get 2 of our guys in there.
Yeah, like, look, you got them recruiting you. That's cool, man. If they recruiting you, guess what? More people gonna be recruiting you, right? So obviously, class of 26, so he'll be available to be on the team next year. After next year, man. But my NFL comp, man, this is the most important thing, man. All right. When I was watching this film, I was like, yo, because he was lining up at running back. So I was like, damn. Man, could he really be similar to, Alvin Kamara, bro? I had to watch some film. I was like, nah, that ain't the one. And then I was like, man, they lined up at receiver on there. And I was like, I got it. Brandon Cooks. So I looked at it and I was like, yep, that's the one. If he can put it all together, Brandon Cooks is the one.
That's not bad.
Man, look, dude, the stuff that I seen on film was like he uses his speed, but he's like compact though. Not small, but compact. So arm tackling ain't gonna work.
Kind of like a Darren Sproles kind of. Obviously, he could line up a receiver and stuff too.
No, Darren Sproles was more running back, and he was a little bit more elusive.
Well, that makes me think of Trendon Holiday then, because they could put him anywhere. They could put him in the slot. They could put him out. They could put him in kick return. And he's not the biggest guy. He's just fast.
Yeah, but Trendon was more speed than fast, in my opinion. Right? This guy is more agile with a projected frame at least 200.
That 200 at 5'8", though, that's pretty solid. I feel like he'd probably be good. He'd probably be good just putting on another 20, 25 pounds. He probably don't even need to hit 200.
You don't need to, but when you look at his film, you can tell he already solid, right? So once he adds some weight, that's just going whatever, you know. But when you look at Brandon Cooks, man, Brandon Cooks was solid, right? But he could catch the ball short. He could catch the ball long. You could run with him. You could put him at Wildcat, right? He could do it all. Now, this guy, I don't know. Alvin, I don't know what his position would technically be because he's all over the field. So if he put his heart into route running, Brandon Cooks is.
He'd be a really good slot. His height will hurt him from being able to play anywhere else, really. But I think slot's probably the way to go.
Yeah, but the size the size that I project for him, bro, like maybe one, because he might get taller too.
But if let's just say, for instance, if he stays at 5'8", you can't put him on the outs. You can't put him on backside. He's not tall enough. You need to put him at the slot and be able to let him run in motion and stuff like that because he's already fast. He doesn't have to be very tall. He doesn't have to have many jump balls. Because if you're playing backside receiver, you need to have good height and vertical because you're having to do jump balls and stuff with the backside corner.
Yeah.
I like the size in the slot, though. I think, especially if it's a team that like runs like fast-paced offenses with like guys in motion, he could probably do really good in that setting.
Yeah. So I mean, look, like I said, he has option to do anything he want to do as far as on the offense, man. I think the best position would probably be slot receiver, running back, man. But athlete is perfect. You don't even have to put him at a position, to be honest with you.
You can just put him wherever you want.
Yeah, because he was just breaking a lot of arm tackles, man. Like, maybe that's just the competition that they was playing on that particular part of the film. But the fact that
5'8" though, so I mean they don't play bad teams.
Yeah, so the fact that you was running through arm tackles like that at a consistent basis, you know, and he's a downfield threat too. So Brandon Cooks is definitely what I saw, man. And I looked at Brandon Cooks highlights and I was like, damn.
Nasty.
Yeah. And yeah, nostalgia. That's how when I do my NFL comp, man, I gotta go back to a player that I see. When I watch your film, I have to be able to see somebody.
He was good at Oregon State too. He was nasty.
Yeah. You know, so shout out to Oregon State, Brandon Cooks.
Shout out to Turbo.
Celestine, man. We're going to be watching next year for sure. So, all right, let's get into this NFL stuff, man. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, man, and we'll be right back. Let me find the commercial. I don't even know where it is.
Shit, you need me to find it?
Yeah. I don't know where it's at.
All right, hold on. No, that's not it.
we back. We back, people. We are back on the football frame of mind, man. We at the second half of the show, man. If you still here, we appreciate it, dog. We appreciate the viewership we get, man. If you watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and X, man, give that video a like, love, whatever, and subscribe, man, wherever you watching, man, because we gonna be live on there regardless, man. But let's get into it because we got some stuff we're doing at the end of the show that I think y'all might like. So let's talk about divorce, man. Let's talk about divorce. It ain't pretty. It's not pretty, man. But sometimes it's needed. And both sides can also win. So let's talk about divorces, man. Let's talk about divorces, man. So, all right, we got some releases, man. We got to talk about Jonathan Allen, one of my favorites from the Alabama team, gets released from his contract, man. He had a really good 2021-22 season. But after that, it's been kind of downhill, whether it be injuries or production, it's been down. But he's 30, and if he can harness anything more than 3 sacks, because he only played 8 games, right? So if you project that out to a whole season, probably around 7 or 8, right? So I think he can still be on a good team, in my opinion. I think he can really benefit a team. So it's not the end of his career, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's one release, man. And then Sheldon Rankins, man. It seems like the Bengals are looking to pile all that cash into one pool so they can pay Jamar Chase and they can just figure out the rest from there. They released a couple people, so we'll see. But I think Sheldon Rankins still got a lot in the tank, man. I think he can help a contender at defensive tackle right now. You won't have to worry about it. Yeah, he got 1 sack, man, but his thing is run stopping, man. That's his thing. You know, I know you know him pretty well from his time with the Saints. And he was pretty good, productive player, not like Pro Bowler or whatever, but he did his job. And I think even though he's 30, I think you can get at least a year or 2 out of him, you know. So expect him to might be a pretty good signing. Not high profile, but definitely might be important, especially if he gets on a contender that's looking to go on a Super Bowl run, right? Watch out for Sheldon Rankins, man. Let's see. It should be one more, man. All right, this is the big one. This is the biggest one. Now, it was going to be, I think, Landry. Harold Landry was going to be on this list, man, but he already signed with the Patriots. So he's off the list because that would have been a crazy free agent because he had like 20 sacks the last 2 seasons.
Dude, good. And that was a really good fit for him. Biased aside, like getting a young guy like that was a good fit.
I mean, that would be a good fit too, man.
I feel like the Niners are going to try to get him.
Yeah, to compare him with his brother. So that's where I was thinking, man.
I don't think the Lions need him to go for somebody else.
I think so. I think they should have made a move for Myles Garrett, bro. Offer the farm.
Maybe they did.
Give it up.
To do it.
You don't need no draft picks. Your team good.
There was talk of Philly and them wanting them, but maybe Cleveland just threw a house at them.
The house, dog. I would have been like, get me up out of here, dog.
You know how like you remember you played superstar mode? If you wanted to demand a trade, you just keep doing it until they moved you. That's like
man. Like, bro, I'm up out of here. Ain't no money. Like, no, I don't care about that. I'm trying to win. And that's really what he should have did.
But that goes to show that it's about money for him and not winning a championship. He turned, but he made a statement. He's like, I want to win. But I'm like, nah, dog, you just trying to get paid. And
dog. If you wanted to win, you would have just been like, all right, I'm good. You know, I want to go somewhere else, man. Good. Right? You would have called some of your homies, man. Hey, look, let's move this trade, man. Make them come get me. Get me up out of here. Help me. You know, nah, bro, you ain't want to win because y'all ain't gonna win. Y'all ain't won shit with the Browns since you been there.
Baker's the only one who did any kind of women.
I think Micah, but I don't know if he gonna get it from the damn Cowboys, man. I
They
don't
stupid.
know.
I would have
I
paid him off
don't,
top.
I don't think you gonna get it from the Cowboys, even though they freed 50 million by restructuring Dak and CD's contract. I don't think you're gonna get the money you think you're gonna get from the Cowboys.
He's good too, but it just might not be
Really
coming from
good,
them.
really good, and younger than Miles Garrett too. So,
Mm.
like, and he has the ability to play standing up and with his hand in the dirt. Miles Garrett got to have his hand in the dirt. He ain't gonna be standing up. So that's my whole thing, man. So and that's my thing about Joey Bosa, right? I think Joey Bosa is a better defensive end than he is an outside linebacker. So if you got them two bookends, Bosa, I think you got a pretty good defense, man.
Yeah,
They
you still
got
got
other
Warner too. So
yeah, they got other problems as far as the 49ers, but I mean, getting another defensive end is not a bad move. Not a bad move.
I think it's a good fit for them. Like especially if you're probably gonna move Ayuk too, you need to shore up your defense to at least try to help your offense out.
And they ain't gonna get nothing for Ayuk, man. I wouldn't have paid him anyway, bro. I'm like, dog, you got 3 of him on the team already.
He said you got 3 of him.
You got 3 of him all on the team already. Like, why would you pay him? Makes no sense. You got
But why
him.
would you pay him and then move him? Why would you move him like not even a year after giving him the deal?
That's what I'm saying, man. And now his value's done because he got hurt. Like, bro, like that's crazy, man. I'm not
They
even
get
sold
Brock
on.
back. Dude,
I'm not,
Brock is not like the Niners are about to cash him out, and I don't think that's a good idea at all.
I don't
I think
think
that's a
so,
horrible.
bro.
I like Brock. Okay, I like his story, being Mr. Irrelevant, being able to like help make it to the Super Bowl, but that is not the right decision to make. Do not throw the bank at him. Do not. You can go get somebody else, and you can have a bridge until you draft your guy. Like, don't do
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
red flag.
I think he reached his full potential going to that Super Bowl against the Chiefs. That was it. That's the highest you're gonna get with Brock Purdy, bro. I'm sorry, man. It ain't gonna go no higher than that. He not gonna help you win like no Super Bowl because he really couldn't do it. Like you had your opportunity to beat Mahomes, man. You was winning that game and you threw it away. Right? So nah, man, he ain't the one. He ain't the one. Like if you give him a nice deal, but we ain't talking 40 million. He ain't gonna get that. And he shouldn't.
No.
Because as good as he has been, that ain't that. So there's levels to that shit, man. All right, so we gotta do our off season non-negotiables, man. I'll do the Titans and Houston.
Okay.
So you go first, man.
Indianapolis, I don't know what you're going to do.
That's
I don't know
ridiculous.
what you do because Sean Steichen is in a real rock and a hard place. They're talking about bringing in some freaking no names like Daniel Jones and somebody else to compete with Richardson. It's like, what are we trying to accomplish? Because we're not trying to win games. Like, if I'm the Colts, I'm bringing in another guy who's at least older that can at least, even if he's going to be the back, at least it's going to be somebody valuable to develop Richardson. And it seems like he's really been invested on his development all offseason. So I'm not saying you go back and get Flacco, but you need to get somebody like that can help him develop and get him some more weapons, man. Michael Pittman ain't it by himself, bro. And Jonathan Taylor's awesome. But you need to get him a valuable veteran to help develop him, and you need to get him some more weapons. As for the Jaguars, we've said this a million times. I already don't feel good about it because of how they got their head coach in the first place. Duval, yeah, that guy. I'm sorry. I can't trust him a little bit. my main thing is you cut Evan
Yeah.
Ingram, you cut Ingram, and you cut Christian Kirk. So now you're literally down to the bare bones for weapons. You've got good running backs in Bigsby and then ETN, so you're good there. You really need to try to get a couple guys to the offensive line in free agency. If not, getting them in the draft. Like, you really need to hit a home run with offensive line. I think that's the biggest thing they need. I feel like defensively, they're really talented with Josh Allen and a couple of other guys on defense. I feel like they could probably use a little work. But the biggest thing for me, especially for a first-year coach, you need the number one, build your line, protect Trevor Lawrence, because there's no reason he should be running around like Michael Vick, like he had to do last year. That's freaking ridiculous. Especially that you invested that much money into him. You need to invest money into protecting him, and you need to get him another solid number 2 receiver. If you want to do it in the draft, go right ahead. They got good receivers in the draft, but Thomas and him and ETN and them can't do it unless the offensive line is going to run block and pass block.
No, I agree, man. I agree. I mean, if you talking uh Jacksonville, Tyler Warren might be a good option for them, you know. But I also think they need some offensive line help,
That's
man.
number one, bro.
Yeah, but if you're talking Houston, I think well, the coach need them too, man. But it don't mean nothing if your quarterback can't throw them the ball. You know, that's the big thing for them. My thing would be the non-negotiable is um AR-15 or AR-5, whatever you want to be called. Anthony Richardson's development. That's number one, in my opinion. That's the number one. How he develops going into training camp is going to be how their season goes, man.
And it feels like he's taking it seriously. It's just what's it going to look like on the field.
Yeah. So for Houston, good team, made the playoffs. So they don't really need much, but I do think if you got an opportunity to upgrade like your linebackers, I think that might be a spot. Like if you gonna really go all in, I
Oh, are you frozen? You're frozen with your mouth open, my friend. Hopefully, not too many people on the Wi-Fi on his end. He's frozen. It's looking like, because my connection is good. My connection's good. Houston is in an interesting spot, though. Linebacker would be a good spot to go in. They end up trading for they traded for somebody at receiver. I forget who it is. They still got Mixon. You're not bringing back Diggs most likely. You still got Tank Dell. You hope he comes back healthy. And you paid Nico Collins last year. So I've got to imagine that they're looking for a big jump from Stroud. I'm looking for him to make – oh, he is off. Wow. Okay. Hold on. Let me oh, maybe not. Well, he should be back shortly. But Houston, dang, what happened to the hold up. Let's get this back on the screen. Where is this graphic at? Oh, there we go. There we go.
No, I'm back.
You was froze with your mouth open.
Disrespectful, man. Disrespectful, man. Hold up, let me. All right, we good. Hold up, man. Let me add that thing back, man. Thing back there. My bad, dog. But nonetheless, that's my non-negotiable for Houston, man.
Well, nobody heard what that was though. Besides, like you started talking about linebackers and then you froze.
All right, my bad. I'm trying to bring it up, but I don't want to do the whole damn slide again. But I might as well. I went through all of that, so right here. All right, so yeah, so Houston needs a linebackers. That's one. But Tennessee, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Stop paying people. Stop, keep trading people. Get some draft capital and call it that. Just keep
What are
doing
you?
what you're doing and call it a day. Y'all
What are you
doing
doing?
good.
If you're Tennessee, what are you doing with the first pick?
Oh yeah, non-negotiable. Draft the quarterback.
So you take quarterback number one, or do you
Yep.
trade that pick at? Okay, who are you
Yep.
taking?
You draft a quarterback. You draft Cam Ward number one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. You draft him number one, and that's what it is. You go from there. You start rebuilding your team around Cam Ward. That's what you do. Now it's gonna be a rough patch, right? But in 2 or 3 years, if y'all do this right, y'all should be on the precipice of the playoffs, man. Because you got the number one overall pick. Let's draft this quarterback. Let's draft some offensive linemen. We got 2 first round picks. So let's use that on the offensive lineman. Get a good tackle or something, whatever. And let's just start rebuilding. But right now you're in a good spot. Just call it what it is. But the non-negotiable is a quarterback at number one. That's the non-negotiable. You got to do it. And if you don't do quarterback, you probably do offensive lineman or trade, whichever way you go, quarterback or trade. It's non-negotiable. That's what you got to do. So, but yeah, that's my non-negotiables. We will do the AFC. We did the AFC West, so we got the AFC East next week. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. But now we got the most important part of the show, man. We gotta do our draft, man. We gotta do our draft, dog. Uh yeah. We gotta do our draft, man. So trying to get it right. So we're gonna do all teams, gonna do a slow thing. I've been trying to play with it a little bit to kind of do it. So we're gonna do that. So we just alternate picks. We'll do the top 10.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do the top 10.
Oh, cool. You got the website. Hell yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So my first, if I'm the Tennessee Titans, we on the clock, right? I'm picking Cam Ward. That's my first pick.
But you can, yeah, I'll say you can click. Click where it says draft.
Yeah,
Yep, there you go.
We pick a Cam Ward. We're gonna start off our thing, and that's who we pick. Cam Ward, number one overall, man.
Huh.
All right. So now you up with the Browns. What do you do?
So you could either go one of two ways with this. You obviously restructure Watson's contract. So it's either go one of two ways. You could get your quarterback in free agency, because obviously Watson's not playing. If you're not sold on the quarterbacks in this draft, you could always sign a quarterback and then draft your whoever else you want. So because if I'm thinking they signing a quarterback, I'm not taking a quarterback in the draft then, because they have plenty of good defensive players. But just for the sake of it, let's just say they go quarterback. We'll go Shadir's second pick, even though I don't think it's going to happen. Yep. Oh. 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 What the fuck? You're on mute. You're on mute. Talk.
God damn, man. It's
There
this
we go.
website. This website Pooty do. Yeah, this website ass right now, bro. It's causing my whole thing to mess up right now. I think it's this Taylor Swift shit. I gotta get rid of.
Oh Lord.
Anyway, goddamn, all these ads on here, man. Like, bro, what is we on here?
It wasn't like that the other day when I used it. Can you hear me?
Uh-uh.
I hear you. I hear you.
I can't hear you, bro.
Now?
Uh-uh.
I don't know what's going on. My thing, it must be the website. It's got to be the website because mic's been working the entire time. Audio. Yeah, my shit's working.
I can't hear him, man. God damn, man. We've been rocking all day. We've been good all day with this damn thing, and now I want to act crazy. Yeah, I don't know, dog. We having some technical difficulties right now, man. It's this website right now. This website got my computer acting crazy right now. So it done kicked me out, done kicked him out, and everything, man. But since we talking the next pick, right? Hopefully. So since we talking the next pick in the draft, man, I got the Giants pick. They could do a lot. But I
Can you
don't
hear me?
know what they do, man.
Can you hear?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Can you hear?
Uh-oh.
What the fuck? It's got to be the damn website.
Bro, why is this not paused, man? Bro, it's still ticking. Hold up. My bad. Yeah, I think so. I think so, man. I think it's the website, dog, because as soon as I opened it, it started to kind of mess up the thing a little bit. And it's pretty cool, man. I like it, man. But just to get the Giants out the way, man. God damn, I don't know, dog. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do, man.
What the fuck?
All right, hold up.
I don't know if y'all can hear me. Guess we're gonna find out here shortly. It's gotta be that freaking website. It's gotta be the website. I just don't see why like nobody can hear me all of a sudden. It's gotta be the website. Damn, my freaking undershirt is like showing. There we go. That's a little bit better.
Bro, that's nasty, man. Your undershirt showing. I heard that.
It's just a
I heard
t-shirt.
that. All right, man. Let's see how this works, man. Man.
Is it maybe something like is there audio playing on there that you could like turn off maybe? Like that you can't hear?
No, I got it muted. It's
Okay,
just
so can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, let's see. All right.
All right, so if we good now. We gotta fix it a little bit. All right. So if I'm the Giants, man, and they took the best quarterbacks available, man, you know, in a giant move, I think they reach on the quarterback, bro.
Yeah, I think I know exactly where you go with this. You're probably gonna go with who I say.
Yeah, I think you go.
You can change. I think you can go click offense. Yeah, so you go quarterback.
Yeah, I think you go Jackson Dart, man. I think you go Jackson Dart at 3. I think you reach on the quarterback because you need one.
It's a good fit though.
Yeah, it's a good fit in my opinion, right? I think you reach on one, and you just see what happens, man. But you need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple as that. So either you go trade for one or you try to do that. I don't know, but yeah, I think they reach for a quarterback.
Well, that works out because now I got to make the pick for my team. I mean,
Yep,
look, you have free reign to pick pretty much anybody at this place, and you won't be wrong. I could go
I
Abdul
agree.
Carter here. I could go Mason Graham here. But when you have a dual threat player who won the Heisman Trophy, you already have a stud at corner. Why not get the probably one of, if not the best corner in the draft to put on the opposite side of him? Give me Travis Hunter at 4. I think
All
that's a
right,
really good fit.
all right. I like that. So if I'm the Jaguars, I know I need offensive line help, right? But Abdul Carter is going to be a chess piece on defense, so that's appetizing too, in my opinion. You also could get some inside defensive line help, or give him another weapon. Trevor Lawrence, I'm talking about, right? So you got free reign to pick anybody you want to at this point, right? If it goes like this. But I think the best move to go is offensive lineman. I think that's the best move to go. I say Will Campbell, LSU, fifth overall to Jacksonville. I think
Yeah.
that's where they go.
So my prediction is that Vegas tries to move into the top 3. In this scenario, they don't. So if I'm Vegas, your defense is still really good. You
Yes.
just re-signed Crosby to a huge extension. So I'm not
Yep.
looking at defense as much. I feel like, man, let me see something because I need to look at something before I make this pick because I feel like I know where I want to go. Let me see. No, hold up. Let's see. So honestly, I need the depth chart, but okay. You can either go one or two ways here. Since you're not getting
Mhm.
quarterback, you can either go best available, which is looking like it could be Abdul Carter. Doesn't hurt to have another stud generational type edge rusher to be on the other side of Crosby. Or I
I
go
agree.
receiver to give whoever my next quarterback is going to be another good weapon. But honestly, I just don't see me passing up on Carter. I'm taking Abdul Carter with that pick. He's just that good. The fact that he's still on the ball 6 is crazy. I'm taking Carter.
I actually would have went the receiver from Arizona in my opinion, because you got Geno Smith at quarterback. You know he can spin it, and having another receiver would have been a good move too. But you can't go wrong with having another pass rusher, man. It just makes your defense that much better, in
Have
my
those
opinion.
guys on opposite sides. They're both
Yep.
good disruptors. I mean, if anything, it helps your offense out because they're able to get the ball back.
Yep, and they can't just shade and double team Crosby now. Now you got to double team other dude too. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's single blocking, and let's see who wins. Let's meet at the quarterback, man. So, but if you're the Jets, man, look, you need a quarterback, man. You need an offensive tackle, defensive tackle, cornerback, and an edge, man. So I don't know what you do here, man. I think their draft is predicated on what they do in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't know what it is that they got going on. They're moving quarterbacks. They got rid of Adams. So I think you probably go best player available, man. And you could go Genty, but it really don't help them.
Because
So
they got Brees Hall already.
I think they might trade. I think they might trade, man. Now trading to who? I don't know. But a team that I think should probably move up in the draft to get somebody is probably uh Man, that's a
Just
tough one.
just scroll through the teams who like following in picks, and that'll probably help you. Like click out of it, and then go down. You can scroll down and kind of see who's like kind of close.
If I'm the Jets, and I'm trading that pick, man, I think the 49ers might trade up. I think the 49ers might trade up, man. I think they might trade up and get that receiver, dog.
Let's see.
And they trade with who's that? The Jets.
Jets.
Yeah. Now all of this, I don't know.
Just trade the 11th and the 7th pick for right now. Looks if you
Actually, they go out. I think they have to give up. They have to give up that. They had to do that. That's my trade, right? The Jets trade out of 7 to the 49ers. And I think the 49ers end up getting the dude from Arizona, man.
Will
T-Mac.
Johnson. Oh, T-Mac. Okay.
T-Mac. Yeah, I think they get T-Mac from Arizona, man. Gives them that big body receiver that can really wreak some havoc in the red zone and intermediate routes, man. Another big target. And hey, it might just make Purdy look real good getting that 40 million they talking about giving.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So
who you got?
if I'm Carolina, I don't think this is a hard pick at all. I'm gonna go with the first position of need. We're gonna go safety. I'm gonna go Malachi Starks, Georgia.
All right, no, I like that. I like that fit. Somebody on defense that's
And you could have
gonna.
went Will Johnson there, but I just think Malachi Starks is a real difference maker, and they need that.
All right, no, man. If I'm your Saints, man. No, what? I'll let you do your Saints. You do your Saints. Do your Saints.
I want to see who you pick. I want to see you pick. Go right ahead.
If I'm the Saints, man, we need a running back, dog. We need somebody. We need a running back. Cause I actually think y'all should move on from Kamara, in my opinion. I think that should be one of y'all trade pieces, in my opinion. And then you get younger, and then go from there. But I think you trade Kamara, man. But since this is a different draft, and they probably won't do that because y'all got an idiot at GM. But I think y'all go best defensive player available, man. And in my opinion, I think it might be Jalen Walker, man. I think it might be Jalen Walker, man. I think that's one of the picks that makes sense for y'all, man. I only say that because y'all got a shit ton of stuff in the cap, man, that's holding y'all back, man. But you're in a spot where you can't get a quarterback, so you just get the best player available. And I think at this point, that's Jalen Walker from Georgia, man.
Yeah, I probably would have Will Johnson, but I mean, it's not a terrible pick.
Yeah, I would have went Will Johnson too.
So if I'm the Bears, it already seems like the Bears are improving on off the line, so I'm probably not looking at taking it there. I'm looking at probably getting another difference maker for the defense because I think they still need some help on defense. And there's a stud at defensive tackle that is still there at the 10th pick. Give me Mason Graham.
All right. No, that's cool. That's cool, man. I ain't mad at it. Hey, but that's our top 10, man. So let's recap a little bit. Because that's what we was doing today, top 10, and then we're gonna do the next 10 on the next episode. So we can keep it fresh and interested, man. Because we might change some stuff. Some stuff done changed, man. With the 49ers trading up to get T-Mac from Arizona, that's a big deal. Because now it changes things. Because some people needed some receivers. and they gonna reach. So let's see how it goes, man. But number one, we got Cam Ward, man. Two, Shadur's going to Cleveland. New York reaches on a quarterback, and they go Jackson Dart. Your Patriots go Travis Hunter. Jags go Will Campbell. Abdul Carter is going to I want to say Oakland. My bad. Las Vegas. And then San Francisco makes the trade with the Jets to get T Mac. Um, Carolina gets Malachi Starks. The Saints get Jalen Walker, and the Bears close out the top 10 drafting Mason Graham, which I actually like. I actually like that, man. Give them some nasty up front, man. So, but like I said, we're gonna continue the rest of the draft next week. Um, so y'all stay tuned, man. Get in that comment box and tell us where we went wrong and what would you do. You know, we love engagement here, man. So but that's the show, man. We did real good today, man. Shout out to the 115 people watching. The viewership on YouTube has been crazy today. We had up to about 8 people watching live. So that's a record, man. We got some likes on the video. So if you in here late with us, 2 hour stream, go and give the video a like so we can keep that thing going. But before we get up out of here, bro, how you doing? How you like the new show? How we look at the format? How you like that, man? And then talk to the people, man, before we get up out of here.
I like it. If you want to go to overlay, I have the picture with all the socials we can put up too.
Yep. This is where you guys can follow us, man. Snap it.
So just like you guys can see, obviously the big ticket is YouTube. Got over 10,000 followers on TikTok. We have a pretty good X page. If you guys are into the streaming with the games and whatnot, don't forget to check out our Twitch, whether it's the older Maddens, NFL 2K5. We're about to have a new Madden Moments series pop back up, so that's going to be really cool. And check out the Facebook page for the Football Frame of Mind as well as our personal socials as well. Don't forget to follow those. But the biggest thing is if you do like this kind of video, don't forget to like it. If you really like this kind of stuff, like it because it'll keep popping up. Don't forget to subscribe because, come on, if you're going to watch this every day, every Sunday, why not just subscribe? Make sure you never miss it. You're always on time. If you're already subscribed, make sure to hit that bell notification as well on YouTube. That way you'll get notified of all new content that comes out, whether it be the streams, the shorts, or the weekly videos. But like we said, make sure to check out all those major social media platforms. Make sure to check out the Villains Media Network up there. Really cool bunch of guys over there. Trying to grow the brand, trying to make moves, trying to do all that. But shout out to the 135 live people watching. Views have been really good, especially as of late. This last 2 or 3 months have been like crazy. Record views every single month has been insane. But we can't do it without you guys. So if you do like the kind of content, like the video, subscribe. That is the most important part because we aren't here. We're here because of you guys. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, man, couldn't have said it better myself, man. Thanks, my boy Zach, for the like on the video. The comments from
Shout out to Chris for the $2 donation.
Chris, man, chats. That's move, man. Appreciate that. My boy Martin, thanks for getting in there on the show, man. Early on, I'm trying to remember who it was. Stroud City, man. Appreciate the feedback, man, and the engagement there, man. But that's it, man. This is the Football Frame of Mind, dog. And we, as my boy paused right now. He paused right now. He frozen. He frozen. No, you frozen.
I don't know why. Wi-Fi is perfectly fine.
I don't know. It's probably mine. My bad, man. Yeah, you frozen, dog. He done stopped. He didn't stop, bro. Goddamn. We trying to get up out of here on this show, man. They done froze on me, bro. All right, man. But he frozen right now, so I'll just get the end of the show going, man. It's your boy Cam, Brandon. Thank you for watching the Football Frame of Mind. We'll catch you next Sunday. Oh, he back. We back. All right. So we'll catch y'all next Sunday, man. All right. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Peace.